What is up, internet world? It's your boy, Jermaine, back with another video. Just a live stream. I'm just kind of chilling. Nothing spectacular. I probably should work on this other thing, but I wanted to come talk to y'all. I wanted to go live, it's just one of them days. Yes, I'll let y'all join the stream. This is such a random time for me to be streaming. I usually stream late night, well, not late night, but after 7, and it's 8:41 a.m. So we'll do this. We'll do the dang thing. We'll do the dang thing. I'm over here on my other phone trying to post, right? Since it's people like slowly coming into the chat. So come on, join the chat, say something. We'll talk, we'll hang out. Right now I am at the beach here in San Francisco. It is freezing outside. It's not like freezing like 32 degrees, but it's like 45 degrees. But I don't know what the wind chill is, but the wind chill has to be lower than 45. I left out of the house. I had this hoodie on. I was gonna wear an actual coat on top, and I was thinking, oh, it's just gonna warm up. It's gonna warm up. It'll be good. Bro, I should have brought that coat. Like, I for real should have brought that coat because I think I might have a problem. I also noticed that my phone is not holding a charge. I don't know why that is, but this bad boy was on 3% a minute ago, and now it is on 1%. So I don't know what that means. Hopefully my phone don't just drop out on me. Yo, I seen you was at the hospital. You all good? I'm all good. I'll talk about that story a little bit later, but yeah, it was a crazy experience. I haven't went to the ER in a minute, and I just didn't know how the ER worked. I'm quite surprised at how it worked. It was I don't know, it was a little shocking. Like, I think the part that tripped me out the most was like, they call me in the back and they like, put the thing around your arm and check your temperature and stuff like that. And then they told me to go back to the waiting room. And I was a little confused because when I was called to the back, I was thinking, I'm good. They're about to do something. But like, no, they sent me back to the waiting room. And I'm like, bro, really? And like, after they told me to lay on this bed and take my shoes off and get all relaxed, because like, I had a stomach problem. I don't want to really go into it right now, but I had a stomach problem, right? Well, if I'm on the floor like this, it doesn't hurt that bad, right? It doesn't hurt. But when I'm sitting up straight up, like sitting in a car seat, like you're waiting in the emergency room waiting area, that crap hurt. And after them like laying me down and then like, oh yeah, you gotta go back into the waiting room, I'm just like, bro, why? And then I go back to the waiting room and they charge me like $560. And then I have to wait another 2 hours in the waiting room. And it's like, bro, this sucked, dude. Like, god dang, So I'm kind of glad that's over with. They gave me the IV bag. They gave me some medicine that was like, it made my stomach like stop hurting, and like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, like it stopped, but then it kind of wore off before they brought me back to the second time. It was a rough experience, but the part that tripped me out the most, I was in the back. They told me to go back to the waiting room. So I go back to the waiting room, and I'm there for maybe 15 minutes or so. Well, one of the doctors come out of the back, and he is basically in the middle of the waiting room with all these people in the waiting room. He just comes out and he's just talking about my situation in front of everyone. And it was a little like, it wasn't embarrassing, but it was like, this don't feel right that I'm just thinking to myself, this doesn't feel right that we're talking about my personal situation in front of a room full of people. You know what I mean? I don't know, it was just, it was like, looks like I'm getting a lot of light coming in though. That was not there a minute. Okay, there we go, that works. Now, how am I gonna get this to stay up here is another question. Maybe I can roll the window down, stick this in there, and then roll the window back up. Yeah, that works, there we go. That works. Yeah, sorry, I dropped the stream somehow. I don't know why my phone, when I started the stream, my phone battery was on 3%. Then it went all the way to 1%. And then I started the stream again. It went from 5%. Now it's at 6%. So I don't know. I guess we're good to stream. But anyway, yeah, that's what we got going on now. Just another day in the city. Yeah, so I don't know. I had a pretty bad. I had an episode, bro. Yes, I did. I got pretty dang sick. This happened to me before. It's not the first time, but it's actually the first time I went to the hospital for it. Like I think one time before I went to like urgent care or something like that. But man, yeah, hospital experience is pretty bad. Like it is pretty, like especially in the city, it's pretty bad, bro. I would imagine it's like this all over the country for the most part, unless you live in like a place that's not a city, right? If you live like maybe in a suburb, because even growing up in Memphis, I remember just going to the hospital. It was always like really bad experience just because it's so slow. Nobody knows what they're talking about. It's like, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this. I mean, I don't know. Just growing up down south, it was always like that. And then experiencing out here in the Bay, it's no different. Like, hospitals just suck. Did you go to Zuckerberg? I did not go to the Facebook hospital. If I would have went to the Facebook hospital, I would have told y'all. Like, I would have been like, yo. The thing is, they have really good doctors at the Facebook hospital, but it's all about getting in the door to see someone. That's the part that you gotta really work on, right? It's the emergency room. You know, you gotta get through the emergency room, and that takes time. And also, some people are just gonna skip you, right? You know, you got these people sitting in the ER, and then you got someone coming in and they're bleeding, right? They're probably gonna take, you know, it's all about priority. They're probably gonna take who needs help the most. Do you like it better here? Do I like it better here? I want to say it's like very similar. It's very similar. Like it's, you know, it's a very similar hospital situation. Like I don't necessarily say it's better or worse either place. And then also I was younger, so it wasn't in my like adult mind, you know. Last time I went to the hospital down south, but I don't know. Maybe I think I figured it out. Like if you go to the hospital, I think anywhere you have to go in an ambulance. And if you don't, you're gonna have to wait in the waiting room. Like I think the ambulance is the big difference, and I think that's what separates people when they get help really fast and when they get help really slow. Because I literally saw people. Why is this dude walking up to my car? I mean, can I help you? I'm just trying to figure this out because I am just sitting in the car. Hey, how's it going? Fuck. You're like man. That's like weird, bro. You gonna walk straight up to me, looking at me like you about to do something. Not about to do something, but just like walking up, and then you gonna stop right in front and look at me, and it's like, oh, okay, what's going on, bro? Like, do I need to start reaching under the seat or something? I don't know, it's a little trippy. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I got a little sidetracked. But Zuckerberg, I mean, also that hospital is not. They got really good doctors, but they got really good doctors for trauma. I don't know what's up with this something. Like he's literally who comes in a parking lot and like stands by a car with someone. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get this dude. This dude is weird, bro. It's like who does that? Like come up to a car with someone in the car and you're just walking around the fucking car. I don't know, bro. Life in San Francisco. But anyway, let's keep streaming. I was supposed to post something over here, but I got a little distracted. I was supposed to post something. So what else is going on? Yeah, but okay, so the Zuckerberg. It's one of the better hospitals. So I don't know about it's not. I think they have really good doctors. I think they got a lot of money from Zuckerberg, right? So it is like probably one of the best hospitals in the city, but probably more so for trauma. If you got like a gunshot wound or you're in a serious car accident, that's probably going to be the better hospital for you because they have a lot more work in that area, right? My case, I didn't necessarily need to go there, and my insurance is not a part of the whole Facebook hospital thing. And I don't know, it probably actually would have been cheaper to go there because I think the emergency room visits at the Facebook hospital, I think it's $250 versus some of these other hospitals that might be like $600 or some shit. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of numbers and stuff. Mm, are y'all in the stream? Tell me, what are y'all doing today? Anybody doing anything interesting? Where are y'all watching from? You're watching from San Francisco, or are you watching from somewhere else? I feel like this fool is just literally listening to me. Like, if you want to join the stream, you can come, but you ain't gotta be a creep, bro. And it's not like I can just drive off because I got my car charged. He probably knows that, but that's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna go back to posting. Hey, somebody put something in the comments. Someone put something in the comments so I can respond. I missed so much stuff yesterday. Like, so much stuff being sick, bro. I'm pissed. I'm super pissed, bro. Like, it was just, stuff I was gonna do today, but I actually ended up not really getting anything accomplished. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything homosexual in San Francisco. Why did you even come here then? No, I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic. Uh, are you about to go to the seafood market and get some shrimp? Smoke a blunt. Oh, I see. You're having one of them days. So, how long did you stay in San Francisco when you came? Were you here for like a week? Or here for a couple of days? Like, how long were you here for? Okay, this dude is back again. This is weird, bro. It's super weird. Like, I should literally like put that fool on stream, bro. Or I should start like screaming. Never mind, I'll be good. But this is so like invasion of privacy, like for real. You literally just come up to my car and like just hang out. Like, it's so weird, bro. So freaking weird. I thought I was scary. Like, I thought I was a creepy person around here. I mean, not to that guy. Desert Hot Springs. Hey, bro, you know what I've been seeing on the internet a lot lately? I've been seeing a whole lot of people talk about the Palm Springs Amtrak train station. Basically, the Palm Springs Amtrak station is like, it's basically in the middle of nowhere, and it's in the desert, right? And there's nothing around the station. Like, if you get dropped off there at night, you would be screwed because there's nothing around. There's nowhere to drive. There's nowhere to walk, bro. Like, there is nowhere to walk. And I guess after 2021, they kind of closed it down because of the sand. In the desert, it's really windy. The wind just blows sand everywhere. So people have to keep going out shoveling the sand everywhere. And that kind of adds up. That kind of gets expensive. And you gotta do it all the time. And then when there sandstorms happen all the time out there. I can't believe they would build a train station like in the middle of nowhere like that. That's like nuts. I visited over 10 times. I have family up in Richmond, Vallejo, etc. Probably moving there next year. I'm done with Ohio. Are you done with Ohio? You are done with Ohio. I feel you on that. Want to just move out? Like, I don't know. I'm tired of. I'm kind of tired of San Francisco, bro. But it's not San Francisco. It's the U.S. That's really what it is. You know. Like, it's just bottom line. Like, man, life is just not so great. They need to do something. Come on, leaders. They all suck, bro. They all suck. Oh, you know girls. You know girls. It'd be a bunch of girls out. My homie Zach, who drive Lyft, lives there. How is it? How is business? Crystal Lee. I didn't mean to skip you, Crystal Lee. What's good, Crystal Lee? Good morning. Good morning. It is morning time, and I'm streaming. I've been up since 1 a.m. this morning. That's why I'm streaming right now. Like I've been up since 1, and I just kind of want to talk, right? Yeah. Woke up, and then I actually went home because I had to meet the cleaners to let them in the house and then pay them. And I just don't like to stay at home. Like I saw a mice in my house. Ever since I saw that mice there, bro, I'm like never at home now. Like literally never at home. Like never at home. Like I'll go home. I'll still go home like every day, but like just a minute or two. I'll go home. I'll change clothes. Sometimes I'll change clothes in the hallway, and then I'll just leave. Like, and the thing about the mice is like roommates they don't want to kill the mice because it's a vegan house. So if they don't want to kill the mice, they're not going to leave. Like they're just going to be there. They're not going to leave if you don't tell them that they can't be here. And it's to the point now where I started to name them. You know, I call one Tyler, I call one Tyrone, right? I literally name them, and then I scream when I see them. Like I do not like rodents, bro. And once again, like no one in the house wants to do anything about it. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I don't know. I might move at the end of the lease, or I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I might. Dude, I don't know what it is, but like it seems like why are there so many people around my car right now? Like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and like why? Like I don't get it. Get a cat, Jay. I definitely need to get a cat, bro. But I would want to borrow a cat. I wouldn't want to have a cat at my house and have to take care of it, you know? That's the thing. I have to borrow a cat. Naming them is hilarious. I mean, what else you call them? I call them Tyler all the time. It was to the point where like, okay, my room was a little messy, okay? Right, it was. But it wasn't like it was food everywhere. It was just clothes, right? It was clothes, things were just unorganized, right? So I had a homie come over to my house and we cleaned my house, right? Because one of my roommates was like, oh, so the reason why we have mice is because of your room is dirty. Yeah, that's why we have mice. Your room is dirty, so you need to clean your room. So my homie and I came because I was afraid to go in there. Like after I saw the mice the first time, bro, I was sleeping in the car and shit. Like for real, dude. Like I've never paid so much money in rent in my life, and like I don't even want to be at home. Like I literally don't want to be at home. And after like a week, my homie hit me up. Who is this hitting me up? I don't know who this hitting me up right now, but like my homie hit me. Like we cleaned my house, right? Got everything completely organized, right? Got it to a point where like I don't know. I probably won't get that messy anymore because we did this bin system where like I put stuff in bins and organize it. So like it's literally nothing on the floor. There's like nothing under the bed. Well, there's like this roller thing under the bed, but like there's not a lot of stuff. Like I can easily look under the bed and see that there's nothing there. Like the places got like spotless, right? But they're still there, and they're still there because you can clean up, but that's not gonna stop mice. Okay, that's not gonna stop mice. You have to put poison down to stop mice. You have to get rid of them. You can't clean up and think, oh, they're just gonna leave. No, they're not gonna just go outside and freeze. No, you have to use force. But when you're talking to like vegans and they're just like, no, we don't want to kill them. We don't want to kill them. Okay, all right, cool. I can't wait till the lease is up so I can get the fuck out. You know, it's man, I can't wait till the lease is up because I'm like, really, y'all don't even want to kill the mice? Like, literally, like that suck. Like that suck, bro. Oh, I know who this is. I know who this is. I know her. I remember who you are now. Yeah, but if I say that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, so you didn't say my number?" All right, I'll just respond like, "What's good? What's good?" Just another Saturday morning in the city. Now I go back and save their number because, like, why did I not have your number saved? Man, honestly, I actually thought this is one of them trans girls I was talking to when I saw this number pop up. I was like, let's go hang out. But it's not. It's somebody else. Let's see. Save. Create new contact. Portland. Portland. It's funny how speech detect doesn't work all the time. I live in NY now. Oh, you live in NY? Oh, you don't give rodents the same way. You definitely can't make it uncomfortable. Yeah, I know, bro. I don't like the rodents. I don't like them. I get it that they don't want to kill them, but the, if you don't kill them, I'm just gonna be 100. I'm just gonna be 100. If you do not kill them, what they're gonna do is they're gonna start to eat away at the house. That's what's gonna happen. And I know this because I have seen this happen to another vegan house. We had some friends that lived at this house in Richmond. We went over to their house to hang out, and these are vegans. They will not kill the rat. They had rats, right? They wouldn't kill them. Bro, we went over to their house, and you could hear them in the walls. Like, you could literally hear them in the walls, like making, it was terrifying noises, like, and they had big dogs around the house, and the dogs would, like, we'll just be sitting down chilling, and the dog would get up and just run, right? Because the dog saw mice, right? And it's like, bro, this is crazy. And I was talking to one of the dudes, and he was like, yeah, well, they don't want to kill them. They're all vegan. And it's like, well, you guys are going to have to move out. And they're going to have to remodel the house because, bro, I mean, I heard multiple rats, like, in their house, like, multiple. And that's what I heard. And we went in the daytime. Y'all know rats, they have a real good time at night. So if them junks was working, eating shit in the daytime, just imagine what they're doing at night. And it's just kind of wild, you know? And they literally had to move out of that house. I mean, they did not own the house. Like, it was, they rented the house. But could you imagine a landlord, you renting a house to vegans, and the vegans don't kill the rodents, and it destroys the house? Like, it literally destroys, like, the inside. Because they be eating shit like crazy, you know? Yes, they do. They multiply quick. They leave droppings everywhere. Yeah, they do. Right. I mean, if I go in the kitchen, there's droplets like around the corners and shit. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, even if as vegans to live with rodents is not cool. As far as cleanliness, why the fuck you want to live with rodents and they have babies? I know. I know. Oh no, but I mean, I don't care. Like, I will share my life with y'all, you know, because that's not a good part. That's not a good thing to live with rodents. And I mean, I basically live with rodents, you know. And sometimes I'll go home. Well, usually when I go home, I'll walk in my room and I'll knock on the door. Like, I have this app where I can cut the lights on before I enter the room. So I'll cut the lights on, and then I'll like knock on the door, and then I'll open the door, and then I'll wait like a few seconds before I go in. Because I'm like, hey, I don't know, it might be running around in there, right? And then like I'll go in, like walk into the room, and I'm facing towards the bed. I do not look on the floor, right? I do not look on the floor because I don't want to see no mice. Because if I see a mice, I'm gonna freak out and I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping, right? So I'll cut the fan on, right? It's cold as hell outside. I sleep with the fan on, right? So I can't hear them walking around and shit. Like I'm telling you, I know I'm crazy, bro. Like I'm crazy. I need to get the fuck out of America. Like bottom line, that would solve so many of my problems. Like I could just go to Thailand and live with rats there, but at least it'll be cheaper, you know. Yes, seeing them like drop salad traumatized than I used to see them in my kitchen in my old house. I eat out for a month until they were gone. I was so scared to cook anything. If I'm at home with other people, it's not as bad. But if I'm at home by myself, I'm like, I'm inching around that joint. I'm like, do I hear anything? Do I hear anything? Like, I must sound like a crazy person on the other end of this live stream because I don't know. And at the same time, you guys might wonder, so why won't I kill him? Right? Well, I don't want to piss the roommates off. That's why I don't want to kill him. Because if it was up to me, if it was up to me in this situation, you know what I would do? This may sound very harsh coming from a vegan, but this is just what I would do. I would electrocute all of them some bitches. One by one, I would electrocute them. So you say, how do you do that? I mean, if you think about it, this is the most humane way to get rid of them, okay? Because if you put them in traps, when them glue traps, they're gonna struggle and they're gonna struggle and they're gonna struggle and they're gonna die. They're gonna die struggling. If you put them in those traps that go like this, like, shit, fuck. Talking about rats. If you put them in a trap like that, they're gonna suffer, right? But they also have these things you can buy off Amazon where like it's like a box, a little box, and it's got batteries in that box, right? And when the mice go in that little box, it'll electrocute them, right? Get rid of them just like that. Just like that. And then when you pick the box up, when you want to empty it out, it's a little button. You press that button, boop, they drop out. And you go set that box back down and you go get another one. And basically on the box, there's a green light, means it's good. If you see a red light, you got something up in there. You got a mice in there. So, I mean, that's what I want to do. That's what I would do. I mean, because once again, if you don't kill them, they're not gonna leave, you know? I mean, they're not, if you clean up everything, they're not gonna just leave, bro. Hell no, they're just gonna keep looking for something to eat. And where they gonna find something to eat at? In the kitchen. And you might wonder, oh, well, y'all don't clean. Well, let me explain something about a kitchen if y'all don't know how a kitchen works. You can have a very, very clean, spotless kitchen. But you know what? There's always crumbs. There's always crumbs. There's always something that falls behind the counter. You know, you're making something and something rolls behind the counter and it's in between the refrigerator and the counter. And you just, you know, it just rolls back there and you just don't see it. And that's something for the rodents to eat. You know, that's a good little snack for them. You know, I mean, it's human nature. Like, no one's perfect, you know. You are going to create crumbs, even if you go sit in your kitchen. I mean, even you go sit at the dinner table when you eat. You're going to create crumbs, you know. So they always have something to eat. But it's also really cold outside. This is that time of year where they actually want to go inside, you know, because it's cold. I wish I could get out of America too. Yeah, America is the part that just sucks about America is how our leaders are just letting our cities just become third world, okay? Hold on one second. Hello? Hey, what's up? Yeah, what about like 10? Okay. I don't know how much energy I'm gonna have though. I can still go. I can still go, but I don't know how much energy I'm gonna have. But yeah, you wanna go at like 10? Okay. Okay. All right, okay, 10. Okay, I'll see you at 10 then. Yeah. Okay. All right, bye. Go work out. Go work out. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Yeah, so I don't know. I was talking about rats, and then I was talking about other stuff. No, America, and like how we're just watching it burn down. I'm gonna, bro. You know one thing that just ticks me off? Okay, you take California, right? California is one of the most prosperous places on earth. And look at what the look at what happened to LA. You know, look at how divided the country is. There are literally people out there. I'm just gonna say this, there are retarded ass people out there that are saying that ICE is fascist, right? But only thing ICE is doing is upholding the law. Because there's like a law for immigration. So people are calling them fascists, but they're just holding up the law. Like, you can't just go to another country and just go there for free and stay. Like, you cannot do that, you know? And to see like one side say, oh, it's fascist, it's like, bro, y'all don't even know what fascist is, dude. Y'all are crazy, man. You know, and basically what it looks like is going on, they're just gonna try to crash the economy. You know, they're gonna try to crash things. Like, these protests, bro, after Black Lives Matter, I'm kind of done with protests. Kind of done with protests because now so many protests feel fake. They don't even feel real. Like, for example, these Tesla protests. So, I don't know if y'all know this, but all month in San Francisco, every Saturday, from 12 to 2, there is a protest at the Tesla dealership. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's a little weird about this. If you show up at 2:15, I bet you won't see anybody there. And you gotta think about something here. If you're actually going to a protest, it shouldn't be a set time people would leave, right? You would think it wouldn't be like, okay, we're gonna leave at 2. But if you're really protesting for your car, like, it's a little weird when they say like, oh, we're gonna protest for 2 hours and then that's it. And it's like every Saturday out of the month, you're just gonna go protest. Do y'all not have anything else better to do? Do y'all not have family? Y'all not have like any other obligations? Like, think about this here. Like, I can think of a lot of other things I could be doing from 12 and 2 on a Saturday. And I will say something else. If we go down there, I'm gonna tell you something else is gonna stick out. If you go down there, you probably won't even see a black person, right? You probably won't see an Asian. You might see one or two. You might see 1 or 2 black people, 1 or 2 Asians. You will not see many young people. What you will find is a lot of older retirees, or they're not retirees, but they kind of got that age group to them, you know, kind of old looking hippie type people, you know. You see them out there. And it's like, yeah, oh no. If y'all was a little bit more diverse, I'd believe it. And if all y'all didn't leave at 2 o'clock on the dot, I would believe it. But when you see them people leaving like right at 2 o'clock, I remember going to Black Lives Matter protests. Man, them junks lasted all damn day, bro. I'm talking about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, motherfuckers still protesting at 11 o'clock at night, bro. That's how them junks was going on. That's a real protest. But then, let's just say this. During those times, people didn't have anything else to do. Everything was closed. People were locked up in their houses. And I think Black Lives Matter, seeing someone get publicly executed on Facebook Live, I think that hit a lot of people. A lot of people. That just hit home to a lot of people. Now, the sad thing about that is we won't see that ever again. Yeah. We won't see that ever again. Because, you know, they're just not going to let somebody stream that anymore. You know, like all of these apps, if it's something like that, like somebody, they're going to make sure they take that down, because that's going to stir up the public, you know? That is going to stir up the public, bro. I mean, I don't know. And also, how expensive things are getting. Like, how expensive things are getting. It's like, dang, bro. It is. Inflation is just going bananas. And on top of that, the dollar has fallen. Yeah, the dollar is falling. So not only do we have inflation that's high, you got the dollar just being weaker. And with a weak dollar, that means that our purchasing power sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it's not as good as it once was. And that can just be bad in so many ways. That can be bad. We have no unity. That's the problem. So divided. No unity, bro. No unity. People are so divided. That's like kind of why I want to leave, because you can't really. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like you know what thing that kind of pissed me off, bro? When you meet some of these people that come from other countries and they get like funded, right? So I know this dude. Just recently, I've been talking to this fool. Can y'all believe he came over here? And they give him all this money. He's got a new iPhone. He's got a new apartment. He's got a new apartment, bro. Like, think about it. This fool barely speaks English. He got a new apartment. Okay? It's like, dang, man. Y'all giving them apartments, bro? But what about the American people? What about the vets? I mean, the only thing you got to do is just get to America and you can get like a free iPhone. You can get a pocket full of money. You can get a whole bunch of shoes. I mean, why would they not come here? Like, you'd be a fool not to, right? But it's just so messed up to see. It's like, why won't y'all just take care of some of the people that are already living here, you know? But I don't know. I mean, just change the subject on that one, because that's too much. That's too much. People don't get mad, you know? Oh, we got to help them out. But what about the homeless people, dog? Literally, it's people standing around with their pants down, bent over. But y'all ain't helping them. But y'all would rather go help some other people. Like, that's part of the problem, bro. It's part of the problem, man. It's too divisive, dude. Like, you just let all these people come over here. San Francisco is looking more like a third world country. And I'm gonna say one thing about it. You know how, like, when you go downtown, okay. When I was in Thailand, what made Thailand look very different from America were how many scooters and motorcycles, right? And like, I remember you just driving through Thailand and like, you in the taxi and the cars, the scooters are doing this around the taxi. Like, they're just going around, right? They kind of remind me of SF now, because when I go downtown, bro, man, it kind of looks like a third world country a little bit. You know, you go in front of restaurants, there's all of these people hanging out, you know. It just looked different, you know. It looked kind of like a third world country. LA, Skid Row. And not only Skid Row, just, I don't know. I just wish they clean up. I just really wish they clean up this homeless shit, bro. I mean, when you see all the money that California has spent on homelessness since 2020, it's like, bro, where did the money go? Like, where did the money go? Because y'all spent like $20 billion. And the situation got worse. Like, where did the money go? Like, I just really want to know, like, what happened to the money? Because I thought shit don't even seem right. How you spend that much money in this? It's by design 2030. We should be good. Just gonna have to wait on here. Where's all the money? Like, then when you think about the whole homeless industrial complex, bro. Okay, I'm gonna give you a breakdown. I had how they spend the money, right, and how bad this is. Okay, so I got a nonprofit, right? So what's my nonprofit? My nonprofit is I'm gonna help homeless people use the computer and find jobs. Okay, that's my thing. So what do? I get a grant from the government, right? Oh, I'm in San Francisco. I want to, help homeless people find employment on the internet, right? So I need a location so these homeless people can come, and we can get on the computer and I can help them find a job. Like, I can help them with the applications and, this is my business, right? So they're going to say, so how much money you need? Well, for me to operate this business for 3 years, I'm going to need How much money are you gonna need? I'm gonna need $3 million to operate this business for 3 years. Okay. Now, if you think about it, if they actually gave $3 million to homeless people, that'd be different. But what they do is they give $3 million to me, who is not a homeless person. So what am I gonna do with the money? I gotta run a business. So how do you run a business? I need a location, right? So I go to the Tenderloin. We find a location, okay? How much is the rent? The rent is $10,000 a month, okay? So rent for 1 year is $120,000. So we got $1 million budget per year, $3 million for 3 years. So we got this budget. So now we got $120,000 is going to rent. So myself, I'm gonna make sure I get about $120,000, right? Now I'm not gonna be the only one working there. I'm gonna have other employees, right? So we got other employees, $80,000, $60,000, $75,000. So we got 4 people employed. So we need computers. We need stuff to run the place, right? I mean, y'all know where I'm going with this. Like, see how much money they waste. $120,000 a year on rent. $120,000 for me to just chill, right? Because, come on, if I'm starting this startup, I'm not going to be the one over there working with homeless people. No, I'm going to hire these other people to do it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to kind of walk around and, kind of act cool and, just be the big shot. And I'm just going to smile because the government keep funding me. But at the end of those 3 years, guess what? I need some more money, bro. And just think, like, a lot of nonprofits do this. They burn through cash like a mug, bro. Oh, they burn through cash like crazy. And let's just say, me with my nonprofit helping homeless people find jobs, that could actually be that could be very beneficial for someone. Someone who is down there and they want a job, but they don't have a computer, right? They're just getting on their feet. And to come and help them, like, fill out an application on the computer and help them get a job, man, that can greatly change someone's life, bro. Like, it could. But look how much it costs. Like, look how much it costs, bro. Now, that's just one example of nonprofit that's in the whole homeless industrial complex. Another nonprofit I'll talk about is Urban Alchemy, right? If you live in downtown SF, if you live near the TL, you've probably seen Urban Alchemy. So what do? They basically spend money like a drunk sailor, bro. They got a large location on Market Street. I just wonder what they rent is. They rent probably $100,000 a month. They have so many employees. But at the same time, they help keep the streets clean. They help keep the streets safe, right? Urban Alchemy, they stand on the side of the street and they make sure, fights aren't happening, and they make sure, if someone crashed on their bike, they kind of help them up. If someone's passed out on the street, they'll, call someone, or they'll, help them up. Like, Urban Alchemy is amazing, bro. Like, they're great people. They're great people. Like, they help out the neighborhood a lot. Like, I remember one time I was downtown, and this lady, she had just got off work or something. She was riding her bike, and she crashed in the middle of the street. And here come this dude from Urban Alchemy come running across the street to help her. That's real important, because if she was actually hurt and couldn't get up, like, that could be kind of dangerous, because now someone could come up and try to take her bike, So they do a great job. But once again, it could cost a lot of money, bro. I mean, just having $3 million for a nonprofit for 3 years, what the government needs to do is they need to cut out all them damn nonprofits. And Urban Alchemy, it shouldn't be a nonprofit. That should be like part of the government or something. Like that. I mean, what they do. They should cut out all them nonprofits, bro. I don't like them. I think they should, and I think they should. They need to pay people. They need to pay people like a basic income or some shit. Especially homeless people, bro. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like, where did all that money go? Because, dude, it's a lot of money. It just poof. Poof. It just goes up in the cloud. I read on SF Gate that Soma residents pay over 800,000 a year for extra security. I didn't actually know. I didn't even know that they did that. I seen them around, right? I have definitely seen the patrol trucks around, but I didn't know the citizens were paying for it. I thought the city was paying for it. This brings up another question. So you know how when you go to like each district, you will see they have like a cleaning crew. So in the Castro, they have a cleaning crew, and they'll have this truck. It'll say Castro, right? And you always see it around the Castro, and they drive around and they clean up stuff in the Castro, right? They also have it in Union Square. Like you see the trucks driving, they say Union Square on the side, and then they drive around and they clean up the streets, okay? Well, they also have it, I think they have it in Fisherman's Wharf too, where like it's a truck driving around, you see some people, they'll get out and clean up. I'm just kind of wondering, are all those funded privately? Because I noticed that when you look at the vehicles, it has a regular license plate on the back of the truck. And it has a regular license plate. That means it's not like a government like vehicle, right? So it could literally be an organization just like the one in Soma, where like the residents are paying for that extra help, which is ridiculous. Like for a first world country, that's ridiculous, bro. Like when I hear about people paying for security, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of third world countries. It reminds me of when I was in Namibia, okay? If y'all don't know, Namibia and Botswana, both of these countries, South Africa does it too, but I noticed it more in Namibia and also Botswana. These are two countries right above South Africa. Well, the police service is not that good, right? Bottom line, it's not. So if you have a house, you pay private security. Like, especially if you have a decent house, you pay for private security. So what do private security do? They just ride around and they have maybe 10 different houses to check on. And they just, you know, for their shift, they just go around and check on those houses, right? So they'll go by this house, check on it, make sure no one's broken in, or make sure everything's good, and they'll go to the next house. And they'll just do that the whole shift, right? So they'll basically go check on it. They have basically the same services here. You know, like if you live in like Peck Heights or somewhere, you know, you can pay a security company and they'll go check on your business, right? If a window gets smashed, like they'll show up there before you. I remember when I lived on Gary Street, it was a Taekwondo studio. And at this Taekwondo studio, the people that own the studio, they live like in the North Bay, so they didn't live in the city. And the studio was only open one day out of the week. And this was when the economy was like popping, right? I don't know. My guess is they probably like own the building, right? Maybe it was in their family or something, and then they just, you know, just have the Taekwondo once a week. Well, I would always see the private security come by. And they would always come by, get out the car, do this little scan thing, and they would just get back in the car and make sure like there's no windows broken, make sure nobody's sleeping out in front, make sure there's no tent like, you know, covering the front door and all that stuff. That's basically what they would do. And you know, that's definitely extra. But once again, if you don't live in the city and you want someone to go by and check on your storefront, like, you know, there you have it, you just hire a security company. But that's crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. Don't you start that, bro. Did you see the plan to tear down Safeway Marina Boulevard and make it into a 25-story apartment building? Look, I am totally for that, bro. I'm totally for that. Any building in the city, I'm totally for. Tearing down the Safeway and putting another Safeway there and putting housing, I'm totally for that. But I'll tell you something funny about that. So if you notice that the mayor is like against it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna just tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something real simple. The mayor is always gonna be against projects like that. If it's in a neighborhood, right? And the reason why is because if the mayor comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I like this project. I think they should build it in the marina," bro, ain't nobody in the marina gonna vote for him. You gotta think, because the marina people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's for it. He's trying to change our neighborhood. He's trying to gentrify." Wait. They can't use the gentrification word. They can't use the gentrification word, bro. No, they can't do that one. That's hilarious. Yeah, they can't use the not in the marina. You have to use the gentrification in like in Mission District, but you can't set it in the marina. I mean that's like one of the fanciest not well, it's a fancy neighborhood in the city. Yeah, but I think they should build it, and the reason why they should build it, first off, it's a smart thing to do. Second off, we need more housing. Third off, dude, it's a one-story building. It's literally a one-story building. Yeah, it's a one-story building. Boring, and it's old, right? It's old. Like they should tear it down and build something else. Build the Safeway on the bottom and build some houses up above. And if they do tear it down, guess what? They have to build like 20% affordable housing. And last time I checked, there was no affordable housing there. Last time I checked, it was a supermarket. No one lived there, you know? But then at the same time, you also got to think about it. Like Marina neighborhood, if you build more housing there, it's going to be more people in that neighborhood. And one thing we do know about San Francisco does not like change. It doesn't like change, you know? So, yeah, they don't like change. I feel sad for the older people needing their medications, bring them just close to Safeway. But the thing about medications, I'm gonna keep it real. I go to that Safeway often. I never see old people in that Safeway getting medications, bro. Nah, bro. If you old and you live in that neighborhood, you ain't wasting your time going to no damn Safeway getting your prescription. No, you know it. Now, other Safeways around the city, maybe it is, but no, not in the marina. Like it's a quite affluent neighborhood, you know. And also with with pharmacies now, people now are starting to get pharmacies delivered, you know, to their house. You know, that's what I do. Like just recently, I got my prescription sent to the house. So like I don't go and get freaking I don't go to the pharmacy anymore, you know. Now I actually did go to the pharmacy yesterday because I was checking out of the ER, but there's also a pharmacy in the ER. I should not leave these in here, by the way. I like literally just put them in there, so I don't want y'all to think I leave these in my car. But yeah, they should tear that junk down. I mean, it's old, you know, that junk, sometimes you go in there, it smell like meat, you know. Ibuprofen. This boy got some sugar in his tank. Oh, for real? What that mean? I got sugar in my tank. I'm just curious. More gay talk? The straight boys love the gay talk. Hey, so... hey, what that mean when your boy got some sugar in his tank? What that mean? Because if you wrote that must mean something, right? I mean, you zesty. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being zesty? I'm just curious. What's wrong with being zesty? I mean, come on, let's have a conversation here. Because I'll tell you something crazy. I'll tell you something real crazy about zesty talk. How would you know? I got some sugar in Texas, not in yours. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all noticed, but y'all know times are changing, right? You know, times are changing. So it was a video that came out recently. I was actually gonna react to it, but I decided not to react to it because I was like, oh, it might be a little too much. But basically, it was O'Shea Jackson, and he was talking about like guys in Atlanta, right? And it was some guy in Atlanta where like I guess he came out, so he wasn't DL anymore. So he came out and was like, yeah, I be hanging out with dudes, and yeah, my girlfriend thinks that we just hanging out, but no, we be getting it in, you know? So he was just talking like that, right? Well, on his Instagram page, he would be like, posting a photo with some dude, but then the next photo would be with him and his girlfriend. And it's like, wait, him and his girlfriend? Well, come to find out, his girlfriend don't give a fuck, right? And not only does his girlfriend don't care, he actually probably got laid way more after that than he did before. And you would look at some of the comments and like, bro, a lot of the women liked him. They didn't care that he was with dudes. Like they didn't care at all. I think what's going on, especially with women, is women just don't care like they used to, you know? Maybe straight women do, but someone like me, I am not trying to appeal to a straight woman, like ever. Like, I'm not like straight. I don't want to be with a straight woman. You got to be queer or something, because a straight woman gonna give me too much problems. A queer woman gonna accept me for who I am, you know? And that's why I don't even be tripping about it. People say you zesty. Yeah, I zesty, but I probably still get more box than you. How crazy is that? You could be zesty and be sleeping with chicks left and right, bro. So that's why I don't even trip. Like people, like when dudes call me zesty, it's like, bro, that's a compliment. Like that's basically saying you got a big, it's literally a compliment. Like I like it because you know what? Girls like it too. You know how many women out there that like, okay, I'm gonna break this down. If you're a guy, have you ever seen a lesbian? You ever seen a lesbian with a woman? Like two women together. You ever seen them and like thought one was attractive? Right? Well, if you seen a lesbian and you thought that lesbian was attractive, don't you think that some gay women might find very attractive? It goes both ways. That's what I'm trying to say. It goes both ways. I think men, when they see lesbians, say, oh yeah, she bad, she looking good. But women say the same thing about gay dudes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, boo. For someone to hang out in the cash show a lot, I'm telling you, you better watch women in the gay bars because them women be loose, bro. They just want it. Because the thing about it, gay dudes are different. Gay dudes like to smash, you know. You say, Dan, you talk too much. Just let me know if I can make it up. Be fun. Oh man, stop with them goddamn lectures. Let me know if I can come to Florida Penn? I don't know. My bad, I'm talking too much. Well, I mean, sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I don't. All right, I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute because I got to go and meet someone. I'm gonna work out at the gym. I don't know what today's workout is gonna be because my stomach is a little jacked up. So, I think today's workout is gonna be pretty basic. When I go to the gym now, I love to do pull-ups. Like pull-ups are my thing, bro. I love pull-ups. I like body weight. I love like straight pull-ups. That's fun. But then I also like when you hold, you just do the dead hang. I love the dead hang. I try to do a minute of dead hang. Sometimes I can go up to like 40 seconds. If I take a pre-workout, I could probably get closer to a minute, but I have not taken a pre-workout today. Should probably take a free workout. I have been to South Africa for sure. I love South Africa. Come to Florida State Penn. We work out. You wanna work out? Yeah, I'm pull-ups. I kind of don't even feel like going to the gym, bro. But I can do something basic, right? Just do pull-ups or something. Split squats. I love split squats, bro. I love it because, man, it's difficult, bro. Bulgarian Swiss split squat, it is a difficult workout. And I don't see many dudes doing it because it's hard. I got that shit mastered. Like I do it in all sorts of crazy variations. Maybe I'll like make a workout reel where like I'll work out and like show some of my workouts. Cause I don't really see too many people doing a lot of workouts I do. No. Pull-ups are fun. Yes, bye-bye. You have a good day, Betty. Do you bench press? You know, I don't bench press, but that is something that I'm down to get into. You know, I like full body squats for sure. Yeah, but bench press, no, that's not something I really do, but I should. That's something I would do with someone else. You know, if I'm going to the gym with someone else and they're like, let's do bench squats, I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. But that's not something I'm just gonna go to the gym and do by myself. Is SF getting better with the new mayor? You know, I should make a video of that, of what you just said. Is SF getting better with the new mayor? Let me screenshot that. The short answer is absolutely. The long answer is no. That's the long answer. But the short answer is yes. So you might wonder, where am I going with this? Like, why? Okay, first off, right before Lori was elected, there was a bunch of laws passed that was going to change crime in the city. Like a bunch of laws, like license plate readers going up, police using drones, police able to chase people in the city, like in a car, right? Because they couldn't do that for the longest. So that's why people would always run away from the police. So they would do that. And also with the car break-ins went to I think 30 days in jail if they catch you breaking into a car. Before, you could break into a car and they might let you out the same day. But you want to give people 30 days in jail for breaking into a car? Guess what? Them numbers about to drop. Like for real. Like, people gonna be like, damn, 30 days in jail? Before it was like a day? It ain't worth it. Because even if you get a day in jail, think about it. If you can steal like $2,500 worth of stuff and you only go to jail for one day and you can beat it, just think that's like making $2,500 in a day. And who makes $2,500 a day? You know, so after they changed that law, the car break-ins dropped. So it looks like, oh, it's all Lori, it's all the Levi's guy, but actually that was in place before. He's basically just playing music now. Because there's no companies aren't moving here, right? There's the fear AI companies, but they're not really moving here, right? Homeless situation is getting better, but they're really just pushing it to other areas. It has gotten better. I definitely will get it. It has gotten better. It's not like what it used to be. But Lori can't control inflation, right? Because inflation is greatly hurting San Francisco. Lori can't control interest rates. Because this is hands down an interest rate city. Hands down. When the interest rates are low, there's a lot of money being spent here. When the interest rates are high, there's less money being spent here. When the interest rate's low, that's when you hear companies hiring and companies moving in. He can't control that. Tourism in San Francisco is down big. And guess what? He can't control that either, right? So when I say the tourism is down big, what exactly am I talking about? What I'm talking about is international tourists. See, San Francisco was a place that received a lot of international tourists. And when Trump wants to come up with all this crap, or $250, and we want to check your social media if you want to come to America, well, that's going to make tourists not want to come here, come to America in general. So that's once again, that's out of Lori's hand. That's why I say the short answer is yeah. The long answer is no. Right? The long answer is literally no. Yeah, home values are going up, so people are happy about that, but home values probably won't go down in SF. And that's done by design. And how that's done by design? Yeah, building. That's how they did it. A couple years ago, not a couple years ago, but how they have decades of booms and where they were building like crazy, and they had decades where they were not booming. Man, they artificially did that. They did that on purpose. They made sure it wasn't enough housing. So that way they keep the prices high, and then they just pretty much won't ever go down, you know? I've been watching you since you were doing caviar videos. Caviar. Yes, yes, yes. That's been a minute. Do the homeless still do petty crimes to get housing in jail during the winter? Mm, I don't. Maybe, maybe, but I think a lot of homeless people, they don't want to be locked up. No, they don't want to be locked up. Like, it's not that cold out here in the winter. You know, I say it's 45 degrees, but in a place like New York, it might be 20. So it's not that bad. And every day is not 45 degrees. Like, we have a lot of days where it's like 50. It's nice, you know? So, yeah, I don't think they do that. So, anyway, I think I'm going to get off here because I got to go meet homie to go work out. I really don't even want to work out because my stomach's jacked. My stomach's jacked. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to take a handful of these pills again that I got from the doctor yesterday. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, yo. It's been a fun stream, fun hanging out with y'all. I'm just sitting at the car charger. Like, I literally don't even have to charge a car, but I was gonna stream in the car, so I might as well stream in the car at the charger so I can get two things done at the same time. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. I'll put out a video today, too. Let me put something out. Bye-bye. Peace, peace, peace.